What's up, family? I'm Real Mike Rob. Make sure you tuning in to the 3-Point Conversion Radio. They got all of it, and they keep it funky. Let's get it.
Hey, Nate. Just defensively, what do you see out there tonight?
I mean, they put a lot of pressure on your defense. They do a good job of getting the ball and running out the net off of made baskets with their speed. They put 5 guys out there for the most part that can handle, can pass, shoot, and dribble, which puts a lot of pressure on your defense. We did a good job of, I think, keeping them in front of us, but they were, I thought we gave them a little bit too much space because they are guys that can shoot off the dribble. Probably, I think, the best catch and shoot team in the league, and they showed tonight their ability to create shots and shoot off the dribble, all of them. So they just kept pressure. I mean, both halves, they was able to score over 60 points against us, and we just really wasn't able to get stops when we needed to.
Overall looking at this game, I mean, when you look at a guy like Timothé and what he was able to do, I mean, on the defensive side and offensively, what did you see from a guy like that stepping up, a guy like Gallo, and some of those other guys?
Well, they do a good job of attacking you. I mean, we score 127 points, so that's more than enough to win the game. It comes down to defensively being able to stop them, and we weren't able to do that. Timothy was pretty much matched up with Hayward for most of the night, wanting to try to keep some size and a guy pressuring the ball, but Bridges was able to create some offense, tonight for them. I mean, all of them. Martin, Ish Smith, I think, had one of his better shooting nights tonight. So we really never was able to stop them and really gain that momentum.
Defensively, did you feel like the intensity was there from you guys?
Yeah, I think what we were trying to do was guard the best we could. So it's not, I mean, they got guys that can score, so when you are out there, I can't feel that for the players, guys that they are guarding, you're telling them to get up and pressure, but, you have to adapt to what you can do out there when you're guarding certain individuals. There were some times where they blew by us, so, was the intensity there? I think the intensity was there. It just wasn't good enough.
Coach, you've come here a lot, it seems like, after these games and talked about the fact that your team hasn't been able to get stops. Is the message just not getting there, or are teams just finding something specific that they're exploiting against you?
That team played well tonight. You got to give them credit. As simple as that. They was on fire. They shot the ball well. They're the highest scoring team in the league. They're the best shooting catch and shoot team in the league. They're first in 3-point percentage. So they showed. So it wasn't, the intensity wasn't there. They were better tonight.
Charlotte was obviously out without 2 of their top scorers in LaMelo and Rozier. Do you feel like this kind of game is necessary for you guys to have a wake-up call that, picking it up defensively is needed to win games?
I don't understand that. It's a wake-up. We don't need a wake-up call. We know what we need to do out there, and they were better tonight. So we don't need a wake-up call. This is a good team. They were missing a couple of players. So were we, and defensively, we just didn't play well enough tonight to get this win. We gave up 130 points. That's way more than we normally give up. And it was one of those nights where they were hot and we just never got the stops we needed.
Switching to a Zoom question from Davide Chinalato.
Hey, Coach, can you hear me?
Yes.
Coach, you're 24 games in. What do you think about the season your team is having? Are you happy with the point you are? What do you think you need to work on?
I mean, I don't judge my team after 20 some games. Look at tonight. We didn't do what we needed to do tonight. Far as getting the stops, I thought offensively we were able to score enough points, but defensively, I think their speed, their ability to attack from 5 positions caused us some problems. They spread us out, and they're 4 and 5 guys, Washington and Bridges. Those guys are playmakers. It's like playing against a guard out there, and so they do a good job of spreading the floor and attacking you, attacking matchups, and they shoot a high percentage doing that.
Thanks, Coach.
Dang. What's up?
Sure. What did you feel like was the biggest issue defensively for you guys tonight?
I mean, they played fast. They played a lot of guards, and they just played free. And that's like I said, like as a teammate, who just knows when people give you confidence and you have confidence in your game and you're playing free, that's when you play your best. And those guys are out there playing super free. Dang, okay, started. Brought everybody out. But yeah, no, I mean, you play when everybody's playing free, it's it's hard to stop guys whenever they have confidence and they're just out there playing with nothing to lose. And it's everybody knows who they got out, and so they're just out there playing, and guys are hitting shots and playing free, and that's something that happens.
I know you were on the injury report prior to the game. Did your knee bother you at all tonight?
I got slipped up one time in the game, and it kind of hurt a little bit more, but I mean, not too much. I got a lot of treatment today and stuff like that to try to keep it warm throughout the day to play. So it was all right.
Coach has come a lot and said that summed up the game as like you guys couldn't get stops. Is there anything specific that you saw as to why that was so difficult tonight?
I mean, like I just said, we play with 2 bigs. We play with CC and JC a lot. And when they go 5 guards or 4 guards and PJ who can spread the floor, it's they bring CC out the paint. So there's no really anybody in the paint, and guys are just getting to the basket. And you got to give them credit. It was a great game plan and game scheme. And sometimes you got to tip your hat. They had a great game plan coming to the night.
I wanted to ask you about your 3-point attempts in the fourth quarter. A lot of times in close games, I feel like you take early shot clock threes. When you do that, what do you exactly see? And do you feel like at the time that is the best decision for you guys?
Oh, which one?
There was one at the 8-minute mark. It led to a fast break. They came down and got an.
How much was on the shot clock?
I mean, I don't have the.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I feel your question. I wish you had a better, more stat to it and knew what the shot clock was and the game clock was. Because, whenever it's as a basketball player, when it's 9 seconds or 10 seconds left, and it's you got to make a play, and it's guys standing there, and you want to make a play. You got to do something. And sometimes throughout the game, when you go into the basket, continuing. Sometimes you just gotta, believe in what you worked on. So, this is how I play.
So when you do take those shots, you do feel like that is the best outcome for you guys as a team?
I wouldn't take it if I didn't think that. Cool.
Hey, John. Y'all were able to battle back into this game and had, I think it was a 5-point lead with 6:11 to play, but just defensively, what was the toughest part of trying to close out this game?
Trying to get them and prevent them from obviously getting to the rim. Also felt like they shot the ball pretty well tonight, which is always tough to see a team shoot well. Obviously I always felt like we could play better defensively, but when a team is hitting shots, it makes it a lot harder. As I said, we got to go back and watch film and regroup, but we just got to figure out a way to get better shots and get stops, as simple as it sounds.
They were missing LaMelo and Terry, but the way Charlotte
don't remind me.
but still, what's challenging? What's the most challenging part about the way that Charlotte plays with kind of pretty much usually like 5 guys who can handle the ball and I guess like get their own shot as well?
That's the tough part. They're versatile. They have 5 guys who can try to break you down and score from all 3 levels, from starters to the bench. So, we just have to do a better job defensively of understanding, matchups, switching, and who guards who. But they just have a fast-paced, well-run team. So,
is there? I can sense. I mean, is there some frustration after this one that they were shorthanded? I know y'all are shorthanded too, though. But when
Solo went out tonight again as well.
And you missed it, you're down another guy.
Yeah, it's tough, man. This league, everybody's a pro. Everybody is the best in the world, right? I always like to think CC and Bogey and Gallo respectively are the best in their country, right? And it goes like that for every player in this league. So we just have to be ready to compete at a high level whenever we step out on the court, regardless if we're missing guys, they're missing guys. Everybody in this league can play basketball at a high level. So mentality's got to always be there.
John, you talk a lot about doing film study and going back and checking the tape. You guys obviously would have done that before tonight. Why do you think it was just so easy for them to get to the basket?
As Sarah, I guess, touched on before, the way they run the offense, sort of 5-out offense. So it's sort of runways, all areas. You got a guy like Ish Smith who's great at getting downhill, probably one of the fastest guards in the league. So that helps a little bit, but really we just got to do a better job of staying in front of guys, and that's really the bottom line.
Defensively, it's been a struggle for you guys all season long. Why do you feel like that's been the case for you?
Yeah, obviously, it hurts when you have guys drop out of rotation, but we just need to do a better job of staying in front of guys. I feel like solid job of communicating. We're trying to communicate, but we just have to execute better. We have to force things, right? We have to make teams play at our pace and our rhythm instead of playing to theirs and letting the game be controlled. We have to imprint, our efforts into the game and change it that way. And I think that's where it starts.
Do you feel like this kind of game where they were without LaMelo and Terry, 2 of their top scorers, they still score 130 points? Do you feel like that's kind of the game that's needed for you guys to wake up and realize that you have to get better defensively if you want to accomplish all your goals this season?
Maybe not necessarily the specific game, but games like this definitely, they shine a spotlight on what we need to do, the right way. They didn't have a couple of their better guys, or, their playmaker in the middle, and others, high volume scorer and Terry and all that good stuff. So we just got to do a better job, as I said, mentality-wise, of coming out ready to play, not, taking anybody lightly. I don't think we try to do that, but I think we execute that way, and I think we need to take things seriously.
Hey, Kevin. Just defensively, what stands out to you about this game?
Pretty bad, plain and simple. Wasn't good enough. 130 points is not going to win many games giving up that. So just team defense, I think, obviously starts individually on the ball, but team defense-wise, we got to clean it up.
I know it's kind of hard to assess like one specific game without looking at film because, you just played it. But defense has kind of been an issue this season. Are there a few things you can point to? You mentioned on the ball, as far as like, this is what we need to clean up. We have to make this a focal point.
Yeah, I think it's just, game to game inconsistency. What that is, I can't put my finger on it. I think there's a lot of games we've had where defensively we've been really sound and have played well together defensively, and other games we haven't. And it doesn't seem to matter talent wise. It's just like I say, inconsistent. So across the board, guarding the ball starts with that. They made tough shots. I mean, they hit a lot of jump shots tonight. Those are usually shots that we're willing to give up, but a team gets hot like that, we have to make adjustments and be better on the ball, but give them a lot of credit.
What kind of unique challenges does this Charlotte team present, even when they're missing a few guys, because of the way they play and they have kind of like a 5-out kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, offensively, they're one of the best teams in the league. They space you out. Feels like all guys on the court can shoot, can make shots. They have a deep bench. Oubre steps in today. He stepped in all year. Been really good for him. Terry Rozier, same way, he's out. Head of the snake is out tonight for them with ball, but their style of play doesn't change. And if Smith comes in, does his thing, they're tough. I mean, offensively, they're really tough. They space out, they play fast, they get on transition, they got athletes really across the board. But we got to be better.
Switching to the Zoom question from Christos Saltas.
Hey, Kevin, hope you're doing well. What was the biggest lesson of the last couple of games for you guys against the Sixers and tonight?
We got to close games better. I think this was another game with 5 or 6 minutes. It was a tie game, and we made a little run to get up 5, and they came right back at us. They hit shots, and we just got to close games better. We let one get away against Philly, let one get away tonight. So I would say that's the biggest thing. Thank you guys.